Get ready for Solomon's Porch Podcast. Hey, giving the glory to
Us, which is pretty cool. We're grateful. All right, so round 5, things or people you can't trust. 2 of these we kind of share.
Yeah.
And so we're going to roll with that together. But I'll go ahead and let you start off with number 5.
So, actually, I think that, quite frankly, all of my selections here all tie into this first one.
Okay.
Yeah, I think they're all kind of one of the same in a way. So take that for what it's worth. All right. You can't trust serpents. You just can't. I mean, it doesn't matter how much. Literal and figuratively. I mean, I have seen people who have handled snakes, and they will, tell
Snake
you how
handlers you can't trust.
They'll tell you how great and wonderful snakes are, but they will always end up telling you, "Oh yeah, but I've been bit." You can't trust them. You can't trust cats either, for that matter, but serpents especially. And I had Satan. Yeah, I can quite finish that. Satan. So anyway,
So
yeah,
Satan and serpents,
one of the same thing. Yeah, along with everything else on my list, they're all the same thing.
All right, so my number 5 are people who say you can trust me.
Oh yeah.
So because it's like, why do you have to reinforce that idea?
Yeah.
Is there something about you that you don't trust, and you feel like you got to make me believe that I can trust you? It's always like, I mean, and your number 4 says this a lot. Oh no, you can trust me.
Yeah.
And it's like, and I've had, people who were on substances who were like, oh, no, I'll pay you back. Trust me. I got you. Trust me.
Yeah.
And so whenever people tell me to trust them, usually it's a sign not to trust them. So
I know somebody that one of their biggest pet peeves is when they say, well, to be honest. Because all the rest of the time you're lying to me, right?
Yep,
you should
good
always
point.
be honest. So.
That's true. So number 4.
Number 4, so the people that say you can trust me, used car salespeople. I honestly, and frankly, you could probably even put this with new cars too. I don't know that I've ever bought a vehicle from anybody from a dealership anywhere where I really actually honestly felt like I'm not getting stuck somehow, that they're not sticking it to me in some way. It just, there's, they're never going to tell you everything that's wrong with the vehicle. I went to go check out a Jeep Cherokee one time, and they're like, oh yeah, this thing runs great. I cranked it up. Blue smoke pops out the back. Okay, blue smoke tells you that there's a leak within the motor itself. Oil is getting inside the motor, and it's burning it off. It's like, yeah, no, thank you.
So one of the problems is the salespeople don't really know.
Oh no! They knew.
Oh,
they knew this.
Yeah. Okay.
Sure,
so they were just lying.
Yeah. Well, this was a redneck used dealership, so
they knew. Extra liars.
No. Just that they would know.
Okay.
The blue smoke is a bad thing.
Gotcha.
But yeah. Anyway, used car sales folks.
My number 4, and this is more from my from the work I do with track stars, is when artists say they had the hottest song ever. Now, I will preface, Monty did say he was about to drop the hottest song of the summer. So I'm not referring to Monty. But in general, though, whenever people say, this is the dopest song you've ever heard, best song of the year, best song of the summer, best song of the century, best song XYZ, I'm like...
and Monty was talking about his best song of the summer.
Well, he was talking about it in general. He said, look, there's been a lot of great music this summer, but on Friday, the August 16th, it's over. It's over. All the summer music's done. I'm dropping the last song. This is going to be the hottest song of the summer. So it is a great song. It's a great song. Y'all can let us know if you think it's the hottest song of the summer. But in general, though, most of the time when an artist says, I'm the best thing since the Craig, or they big themselves up so much, I pretty much know it's a lie, and they're trying to get me. And it's almost really close to number 5. It's almost close to you can trust me.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my number 4. You're number 3?
Okay. Number 3, and this is one that we share in common, right?
Yes.
Okay. I hate it. Going to college, especially, you get this a lot. Professors that teach only theories and they teach them as if they're facts.
Right.
You know, it's like, dude, they call it a theory for a reason because there's nothing factual about it. And they'll preach it harder than a Southern Baptist on a Sunday night in the middle of the summer under a white tent. It is hardcore for them. And if you dare to question them or to think otherwise, man, you're just stupid. You're just an ignorant, hick that just doesn't know any better.
See, one of the things that I would also say, and this is true for politicians as well. Politicians will say, "Hey, you can trust me," or they'll say, "Hey, I know for a fact this is going to happen if we do this, that, and the other." It's a theory; it's not a fact.
Right.
So number two,
kind of similar in terms of influential people, preachers that will say you're only going to be blessed by having given to them or given to whatever project they got. I grew up in a time when there was a lot of televangelists that were doing the worst work out there on the face of the planet, that were just, this prayer cloth, this little swatch of white fabric that I've cut off of my bed sheet that I'm going to send to you is going to bless you. But first you've got to send me $100 a month for 20 months. I don't know, man. It's just, it's a pet peeve of mine. God blesses you whether you do everything that you're supposed to be doing or not, honestly. Now, there are things that you can do that will increase blessings, most certainly. But
that's wisdom.
Chances are, if a preacher's telling you that you're going to be blessed just because you gave to me, run.
Yeah, and and I'll admit some of my favorite teachers have used. They haven't said if you give money to me, but they'll talk about the more you give, the more God has to give back to you. It's this, that, and the other.
Yeah,
and
well, he doesn't
heard
have to, but
he doesn't have to, and he doesn't guarantee that he is going to give you all the things that you want more than what you need. Especially, and we've talked about it before, for your calling,
right?
And so, but I actually heard there was a preacher selling passes to heaven at one point.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, selling tickets to heaven.
Well, back in the day, they had, you could actually buy somebody else's way out of hell and into heaven. We're talking about like the Crusades,
right? Right.
So a real long time ago. But hey, why not?
Yeah, might as well.
I guess if there's somebody gullible enough to give you their money because of that, then shame on them.
Well, a lot of people are so desperate. They're so desperate to just have anything, and they feel like, okay, fine, I have $10. I'll give my last $10. Just please, God, do something for me. And I think this is, and pastors sometimes can see this, or money hungry preachers, whatever you want to call them. I hate giving titles like that, but in these cases, there's some preachers out there, and I wouldn't even say just televangelists. I'll just say preachers in general, who see people in desperate times and they're like, "Hey, have you tithed properly? This is what's wrong."
Yeah,
and so that's something that I think needs to stop.
Yeah,
but I can't trust you if you do that.
All right, my number one, politicians. That's it. Drop the mic.
It's a given.
Yep.
All of them or just some of them?
All of them. It doesn't matter. Even if you love and support somebody, even if you believe in their cause, they always have some other motive going on. So there's some level of distrust that you should always have, no matter what.
And see, I could agree with politicians in like I was saying for the number three, professors or professors that teach theories as facts. It's like, hey, look, if we do this, right, we put this policy into effect, these things are going to come down, but they are all theory. It's theory. So
yeah. You can't prove that that's going to work yet.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I would say my number one is my own feelings and intentions. And
I'm with you on that. I don't trust your feelings or your intentions.
That's good.
Yeah.
And in Jeremiah, it says, we can't really trust our hearts. Our hearts can be deceiving. But in general, though, like this is kind of getting more serious, more intense conversation. But
definitely, I was way more lighthearted than all this.
and we were all the way until I hit this one.
Yeah.
But like really, in general, though, like whenever I'm getting upset about something or something like that, I always question like, why am I feeling this way?
Right?
Should I be feeling this way? what are really my intentions? Like, whenever I was heading up a youth ministry, we had I planned out this really nice event, or what I felt like was nice for what we were doing, and essentially it came down to like only one kid was there. And like nobody else was going to be showing up from like a certain point in time before the event was supposed to start. And I was like, "Oh, should we just cancel this?"
That's because it was my kid and we were already there.
Exactly. And but then like I was like, you know what? I was like, whoever shows up, we're still going to have a good time. We're still going to do it. And then we ended up, that was like the biggest event that I had put together. Like all of a sudden, people were showing up with friends, random people. I had to go get a couple people, but either way, though, it turned out to be great. But it had me questioning what were really my intentions and my feelings about this. So, yeah, my own feelings and intentions is something that I can't always trust.
Yeah.
So, let us know what yours are. Top 5 things that things or people you can't trust. And yeah, man. So we'll be.